So what is ancestral healing? Obviously, ancestral healing is about healing our ancestors. What is healing? Healing is a soul-bathing experience. We all deserve it. When we cleanse our physical body, we take bath and use soap. However, we are more than just physical body. We are souls as well. And the soul doesn't need soaps or shampoos. It requires emotional cleansing. It requires cleansing of the debris in form of our thoughts and emotions, because soul itself is a very, very pure element. We often think in an unpleasant way. We often emote in an unpleasant or incorrect ways, and that contaminates the purity of soul. We all are very, very pure. However, slowly, as we get into the human role play, we forget who we are, and we often lose this purity. And that's why the need for this program, not just for our ancestors, but for us as well. The very fact we're talking about ancestral healing, let's face the fact that one fine day, this body, which is alive, is going to be like this. Just the body, and something leaves. We presume that is the soul, emotional, and thought complex. So we go back to 5 elements. Doesn't matter which culture are you from, but we again merge with the 5 elements we have come here for. And something called soul, not just pure soul, but associated thought, emotions, beliefs. They leave us and try and merge the collective consciousness. However, the collective consciousness is very, very pure. The super consciousness that I'm talking about is so pure that eventually we need to filter out all these thoughts and emotions and beliefs. So every soul, when leaves the body, happens to pass through the filtration system, where we deposit all our heavy emotions, thoughts, and all our beliefs. And eventually, we rise beyond. However, not always it is possible for all the souls to pass through the filter. Some of the souls happen to hang around like this. This happens especially when we go through something called accidental death or unwilling death. So people who are very, very attached to their properties, people, they do not see a way out, or they don't want to see a way out, or they choose not to see the way out, and hence they tend to hang around, with unawareness. And that's what makes it difficult for them to exit. Some souls try and enter the body back, and some souls try and complete their incompletions through others instead of merging with the superconsciousness. And hence, you often get affected by the thoughts, ideas, and emotions which are not ours. This only happens when a soul dies with suicide, sudden death, accidents, difficult times, etc., or with a lot of attachment. However, fortunately, this is a very short attempt. But in most cases, the soul tries to cross over through the filter mind and deposit all the debris in terms of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, merge with the superconsciousness like this. Correct? Okay. Now, we know that there are times when there are families which needs certain experiences. For example, there is a need to shower love, or there is a need to carry forward their generations, or there is a need to go through helplessness, or there is a need to go through fulfillment, joy, happiness. There could be a collective need of a lot of people in a organizational family setup. And that's when the soul chooses to leave the superconsciousness and then pass through the filter, pick up all the incompletions, beliefs, thoughts, and programs, and then enter the earth plane and fit in to match the missing piece of the puzzle. Not always all souls, they come here only for that. There are some souls who come as angel guides, they come as masters, they come as unseen frequencies, which we feel around. They are here to facilitate our journey and completion of our experiences. So many souls are now coming over here and they pick up all the incompletions that our ancestors have left behind. So, for example, someone felt that I did not nurture enough. So there would be a soul who would come to nurture the universe. If there are some souls who go back feeling that I did not learn enough. And now that emotion is there at the filtration level. So some souls will come and say, hey, let me go back and enter the family where there is a vacuum. Even parents have a feeling that we did not study. We will make sure that our child studies a lot. So this soul enters the earth plane, picks up the program of somebody who has a regret that I did not study well, and enters so that you already come with a regret that I did not study well, and I will make sure that I study well. This gets coupled with the regret of our parents who felt that we did not study well, will make sure that the child studies well. And now when you enter the earth plane, you make it easier for you to study and go beyond studies. And these are the people who study a lot or study for lifetimes, just to compensate for the feeling of not having studied enough. So this way, the cycle goes on. People with a lot of contamination of thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, they pass the filter, they deposit their debris, and new souls pick up this debris and enter the earth plane, and the cycle continues. Now, whenever there is more debris than what we pick up, that's when the filter gets clogged and more thicker, and that creates disconnection between the highest consciousness and us, because now that layer is very, very thick and very heavy. Besides, we also have our thoughts, emotions, and belief passed on through the DNAs. So our ancestors have definitely passed on all the beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. All our DNAs carry them. Not all of them are active. Some of them are active, some of them remain dormant and goes to the next generation. So thoughts and emotions have a very powerful impact. One more thing that happens, it's not just through ancestors and not through spirits, not even through DNAs. Sometimes when you think in a particular way, you automatically pass on your thoughts to others. when you live with a very positive-minded person, you also feel positivity. When you live with somebody who's into chaos and confusion, you can also get chaotic and confused. However, you don't have to worry about it. Let your light affect others positively. But it is possible to get affected by the thoughts and emotions which are in others' mind, floating around through energies, through ancestors. We all can get affected. Now, this may feel scary. However, the good news is you have strength to radiate a very strong and powerful vibrations. The stronger and more powerful the vibrations, lesser is the vulnerability to anyone's thoughts and emotions. Lesser is the sensitivity to adverse thoughts, negative thoughts, and emotions and beliefs. Create your own powerful, positive vibrations, and it is totally possible. When we do that, when a mass consciousness does that, when a lot of people do that, we do not leave the body with a huge baggage. We already leave the body like a light package, like a light being. And when we do that, there's hardly anything to be deposited in the filtration layer. And when that happens, we often get affected. We often ease out the filtration because now the filter is not subjected to too much of toxicity in terms of adverse thoughts, adverse beliefs, adverse emotions. And very few people with adversities may pass through, and that will lighten the filter further. It will reduce the burden on the filter further. And when the light beings come, they will have lesser responsibility to clear this debris. And hence, we will have more and more positive people on planet Earth because now they do not have to come with heavy baggage, heavy debris, or in short, heavy karmas. This is the objective of Ancestral Healing Program. Everything is happening in the now. If you think that our ancestors were our past and our future generation is our future, it could be right from the earth plane. From the fulcrum point of view, that is from the superconsciousness point of view, everything is happening in the now. Have you been to the merry-go-round? When we go to the merry-go-round and when we are sitting there, so the person who's sitting on horse A may feel that B is in front of me. And the person who's sitting on the horse B may think that the C is in front of me and A is behind me. So what C will see or witness, B will witness later, and A will also witness later. However, if you really see from the fulcrum point of view, the top notch fulcrum, from there, everything is happening in the now. Nothing is in front, nothing is behind. All horses are equidistant. Everything is happening in the now. So what we witness as past, present, and future, from the superconsciousness perspective, it's all happening in the now. So if something happens to B, C and A gets affected, and vice versa. So when we heal, our ancestors heal, and our future generation heal, we cannot really have a power, or we should not do anything to manipulate what happened already. But what we do, what we think, what we feel, and what we believe definitely will have impact on C, and perhaps even add to the healing and facilitate A, right? and hence the need to go through this fantastic healing opportunity called ancestral healing. When we heal, we radiate amazingly positive vibrations, and that facilitates the healing experience for the floating souls, our ancestors, our future generations, and forget about them. That facilitates us. Our ancestors are alive in our DNA. When we heal our DNA, we heal ourselves. And through us, we heal our ancestors. And through our ancestors, we heal ourselves. It's a very, very beautiful experience of healing for us. Redikall, with uniquely designed Redikall statements, can bring about a positive shift in our life, our DNA, our environment, which in turn brings about a major shift in our DNA patterns as well as in our environment. And through us, we can positively influence all those incomplete souls. Doesn't matter whose ancestors they are, because eventually they are our ancestors. And not only that, this brings about a fantastic shift in our personal lives. We believe thoughts are very powerful and we need to heal our thoughts, right? And as we heal, we manifest a different future. The attempt is not just to heal yourself, your ancestors, it's collective consciousness. Together we heal because all are a part of us. As this finger is a part of me, when I heal, my finger heals. And when the finger heals, I heal. We are also smaller unit of the larger consciousness. As we heal, the larger consciousness heals. And as the larger consciousness collectively heals, we all heal. So this is an attempt to collectively heal. And I'm sure together we will all stay benefited.